going to be Rob Chambers to break first. Tactical framing against him at the back end of his second match. Ultimately the difference, although he did win his first match from 2-0 down. So there's some good stuff, some bad stuff out there for Rob. Has to forget everything, put together a finish here and try and win this final match for him of the night.
It's another better break. His last two breaks have now brought the cue ball back directly in a straight line, which is a lot better to see for Rob. And again, he's got a great opportunity on reds here. Needed to hit that yellow full in the face. But he can recover. He can pop this one into the middle, land the cue ball at the bottom of the table.
Just changes the finish dramatically, doesn't it? I mean, we expect him to get back to it, but if he lands on that red and just with half an angle to get back out, the two at the top of the table are gone, and it's almost as kind of routine finish. Now he's working a little bit harder, he's chasing it.
I'm just wondering if he's in the gap where he can see the red now and take it, because the natural position comes between the two yellows.
I was assuming he was, and he was going to play it, but it looks like he wants to walk away from it. To me, it looks like he's on this. He's got quite a lot of angle on this red to try and get back into that gap.
I think he's just on it. I think he's played that well enough where he can
shake of the head, maybe not. And he's closed the window if he has to come down the table. So he must be on this, surely.
Stunned through the gap. He played it perfect.
Was he trying to? Was it just a touch too straight, and he was trying to punch it across?
It's just, yeah, but it's just a little bit been fortunate whereby the reds come back across, but Zac can get on his bad yellows early.
Yeah, and that looks like a bad miss, and it was a miss. You know, Rob would expect to make that ball. He was trying to punch it out and use the pocket, but that first shot he played, you know, the whole finish went wrong on that one shot.
Big shots coming up for Zac as he wanted to be a little bit straighter on this yellow to the middle to be able to play the one down the rail after. I think he's short on that, so he's going to have to reroute. He's sticking to it, but this shot is now missable. Might be worth rerouting here. He's played it nicely, but he's not in perfect position. And he's played that very well. Tap on the knee from Rob, appreciating the shot. Cue ball, is he going behind the 8 ball? Oh my! Is it unlucky? Is it careless? I'll let you decide.
It shouldn't be here. You can still do this using the bottom cushion. Yeah, played it well, dealt with the problem.
A little bit of fortune from Zac. Rob makes a little comment. Zac saying thank you very much, and I don't think Rob's too impressed.
No, he's not. He had his chance though. Let's take a look what we got coming up next week. Group 7. Rob Warren will be our top seed here. Christy Caulfield, a very good player as well that we expect a lot from. Dave Fernandez and Aidan Hughes making his Ultimate Pool Pro debut as well. I like that group. It's always a lot of fun when Rob's in town. There's a lot of drama, a lot of big finishes, but Christy Caulfield as well. He is an entertainer.
Yeah, that should be a great group to tune into, and I suppose the question is, can the Nuggets come out on top?
Yes, a good group for that. break from Zac. Of course, we talked about, you know, which one of these two players wants to put the pressure on to Phil Harrison. You know, which one can win this one and put that pressure on. Phil Harrison's perspective is like, I'm pretty happy, boys. If you let this one play out as a draw, please, I'll happily go through without having to do anything in my last match.
Yeah, Phil would take that all day, but these reds, Zac's come up dry. Rob looks like he's got a little bit of work on the two reds that are stuck together on the centre because they're not a plant.
Do you think you can squeeze them?
Potentially.
It's quite a long way, isn't it? It's set right to the almost bottom of the jaw. I think it probably can be squeezed. Might find out now, although he's tied up another red on the right-hand side. So this visit's got away.
I think Rob may need to pull back here. If the plant isn't on, then I think I'd be pulling back and maybe develop the red and just bring the cue ball to the bottom rail.
Rob's got grander plans than that.
Yeah.
What a shot that is.
I wonder if he can flick it in with a trace of left-hand side, maybe.
He's going to play into them from here, so he really doesn't like it. Oh, he's got a shot. Right hand one of the two will go top right. It's not a great shot, but it will go.
Extension.
He's digging.
You can play into it again using one bottom right. Find that line twice across. Just going top right, going for the pot.
Is the red going a bit close to the yellow? Oh, it's a great shot.
That's brilliant. Now, does the 8-ball pass to the bottom left? There's been a lot of movement with balls in it. You think the layout's one thing and it changes.
Would you take the one over the middle now because of the being hampered on the red? So you're going to have to put the one over the middle, then come back across?
I think if the 8-ball goes, I'd rather leave this as my last ball. But I suppose if you don't feel like you can hold and you have to go twice across, then you probably have to.
Just wiped its feet.
Rob Chambers take a bow, dug very deep there, but that is a fabulous finish. He looked down and out halfway through, created a problem, solved a problem, created a problem, solved it again. There was a lot going on there, but Rob Chambers, that was very, very good. Time to get out.
And there was me saying pull back.
It's normally me doing that. It's normally me saying it. That was excellent. Has the next break as well, going to build on it.
I think as the night's gone on, Rob looks like he's enjoyed the night more and more and just relaxed into the environment, and he feels at home. And some people like buzz off it, some people crumble, and Rob will be certainly one of them that buzz off it throughout the season.
And the best in this environment. Always good. But like he's driving through the pack better as the night goes on. Not quite going to reach the golden break.
I thought we were hitting into a song then for me, Simon.
Well, you think the break's going to be one thing, and then all of a sudden, you know, watch this ball come down the table, and all of a sudden, give the 8-ball a little tickle. There it is.
And look at these.
Zac's had a couple of layouts tonight. One off his own break, and then this one here that absolutely just dreamland stuff.
See, my only issue with the way Zac's going about the finish is the yellow that's closest by the red, by the triangle line. I would have taken that out early because that's my only problem, is getting right on that.
I think too many players don't see it as a problem because it goes from high up the table. But if you're high on it, then you've got a problem, dealing with it. So I'm with you 100%. Get that one out of the way, and then this one could have been dotted up. Well, I still expect it to be dotted up.
Zac's got the play on it now, but he's got to pinch at the cue ball slightly. It may roll through.
Yeah, that's perfect. Just get behind it now to left centre.
Nice.
Zac's done well. Make that look nice and simple. Back in front. All that hard put from Rob in the previous frame, and then gets a good break and leaves that. Sat in your chair, kicking yourself, cursing your luck.
And I think irrespective of how this night goes, I think both Rob and Zac, it's their debut night with Ultimate Pool in the pro ranks, and both can be proud of how they've done so far, and they've got a lot of positives to take away from it.
Both got their first win as Ultimate Pool pros. Nice start. So not what they were looking for if neither make it through tonight, but something you can at least take away. Eight ball again. Gets that little secondary tickle.
I'd like to see Zac put a little bit more behind his break than, because for me he's hitting it at 60%.
You talked about at the beginning of the night, so he's got a big break on him, but he's gone with that pace all night long. Hasn't given it the absolute beans at all. Tricky finish. I like the yellows, but he doesn't have one.
Yeah,
Not an easy one anyway.
Wondering whether Rob can play cushion first shot, and just pot the yellow.
Try to.
But what he's done there is handed the opportunity back to Zac, and just finishes on. He's got the angle to develop the yellow and the red, but he's got to play with control.
In those situations, and obviously it all happens so quickly, so I'm not saying there was a great place to hide the white, but I wonder whether he could have taken reds, played a loss of turn second shot to the top left hand corner, and got a good cue ball, and then reds become a reasonable option. Still not great, but better than having to take a ball off a cushion potentially.
Zac's actually played a poor shot there, the way he's gone into the red. See, he just nudges it over on top of the black, on top of the 8 ball, which makes position further on in the finish harder.
I suppose he's got bottom cushion now, hasn't he? But it's not absolutely certain to get there. It's actually really fiddly. And I think he may have left Rob the perfect angle here to develop the one by the 8 ball while staying on the other red, and then it just comes down to the red at the top of the table. How are you dealing with that one? Maybe looking at a safety option, he might have been trying to guard the 8 ball there, but I like this shot. You've got a couple of balls to do the work at the top of the table. It's not dead, it is workable.
Wonder if he can play position on it now and just roll this into the middle, come off the top rail, and the natural angle comes behind the red.
Pacey, the line was perfect. I don't think he played on it like you suggested. I think he was trying to move it. He must have known it was nowhere near. Slightly strange one. Don't think he was taking the pocket though.
This is it's an opportunity still for Zac here, because he can pot the 8 ball and the red, like, played the skill shot on his last shot.
And if he's clever with it, he could play it without leaving anything on. With the red down the table, maybe play it in a way where, you know, leaves the cue ball middle of the bottom cushion potentially, you know, some sort of control shot.
So you may have to take the one to the right centre.
15 seconds a shot now. Comes in quick.
Can he land where the bolt line is, on where the brake line is, and sort of leave the natural angle to run down? It looks like he's got into that too much.
Well, it's all going to come down to a very big shot. Because from here, I don't see how you hide the white. If you could have got a lot lower, you had more options. This is tough. It's not going to fall in for him.
Is it a nice kiss whereby...
It's a great kiss.
Yeah.
It's a great kiss. He hasn't left it easy for Rob here.
Cue ball's close to the middle here. He's got to dig into it, makes the pot missable.
He's disappointed, but he's okay. He can work himself back down there.
It's actually perfect. He can play on it now. He's choosing not to.
I think he's okay now. He can just screw down the line. I think he's just about straight enough.
He's got to make sure he doesn't quit on this and back his cue ball control.
Yeah, so he didn't overhit that. He hit that with too much pace. Throw that a little bit wider. Just let the spin grip. That one will be tough to take. That was for 2-2 with 2.5 minutes to play. Instead, it's going to be 3-1 with the same 2.5 minutes to play. And Zac Cooper looks like he's going to be the one to put the pressure on to Phil Harrison.
I'd like to see a smile out of Zac, but he's not a man of expressions, is he?
Very stoic out there.
I think Rob may have missed a trick slightly with his third to last red. He could have potted and come down the table to get back up to the natural angle.
Yeah, get on it as early as you can. Although I think if you, at the start of the visit, if you said you've got that ball to win the frame, you'd take it.
Yeah.
He just missed the pot. It wasn't a sitter, but it was one he expects to make.
He's going for the golden. Needs the 8 ball to be moving.
But not near a pocket.
Zac's going to use as much time as possible here. He's got an extension. I don't know why he doesn't use another 15 seconds.
Yeah, this isn't about making a clearance. This is about running the clock down all the way to the beeps every single shot.
He sort of called his extension and then played it within the first second of his 15.
Doesn't matter if he gets to the 8 ball or not. Use the beeps. Didn't want both.
Could we be seeing a special and play the skill shot after this?
Look at the gap he's got to find at the top of the tape.
This could be nice. I fancy him to get this.
And a couple of shots in this visit, he's not used the clock. Beautiful shot, but not on the red. What's Rob going to get? 50 seconds?
I still think Zac gets this.
Of course, Rob needs 3 frames. So Rob's really out of it. not this time, but he's done enough, hasn't he? Criticising him for not using the beeps on every shot, but he's got to lose 2 from here, and he has the next break. So even if Rob was to run round and make this clearance and leave a couple of seconds on, all he has to do is avoid the golden.
He's going to make Zac break though, and not like Hiten. And
got to leave a second on the clock though to have. It still wouldn't be enough for Rob. He's got to leave 10 seconds on the clock. And he needs a golden duck and a golden break. And that will be that. Zac Cooper is going to get the victory. He is going to put the pressure onto Phil Harrison. A good first performance from Rob Chambers as an ultimate pool professional. Plenty to build on. Ultimately, though, coming up just short, it is Zac Cooper who gets his second victory. And he is going to put the pressure onto Phil Harrison in the final match of the night here at the Champions League.